have a confession to make to you and all of our fans. I am no smarter than a puddle of rain. Last week, it was raining in LA. And we know what happens when it rains in LA. The city, the people, they panic. It's chaos. Okay. So I'm driving in the rain, about to take a left turn. I look to the street of where I'm going to approach, and it looks like 250 kiddie pools emptied out in that street. It's flooded. And I only have two decisions, right? I can turn around, I can avoid it, or I can act like a monster truck and I can ride through it. So I go, I floor it, I get through it. Everything's good until later in the day. I'm driving the car and I hear this like tinging sound. You know, like when you get married, like 30 years ago, they tied like cans and silverware. So I stopped the car. The engine panel has fallen off. The panel that protects the engine,
wasn't waterproof.
I think the water submerged inside and they pushed it out.
Oof.
A split-second decision cost me a trip to the mechanic. So it got me thinking about Major League Baseball here, because there's a lot of split-second decisions that managers have to make. And if you have a seasoned manager, he's going to know, do I go with the analytics or do I go with the gut? But when you're a first-year manager,
what do you do?
What do you do? What kind of track record do you have? And we've got two first-year managers in the NL West. We got Tourney Vitello from the San Francisco Giants. We got Craig Stammen from the Padres. My question to you, Big Ben, which first-year manager is going to win more games in his first year?
You're going from the collegiate ranks to Major League Baseball. Intern didn't get back to me about the success of a college coach going to the pros.
However, never been done before.
It is never. He's first.
Not
He's a unicorn.
Baseball. Yeah.
He's a unicorn. Okay. Then not him. Like I'm not betting on the unicorn in this race.
But I'm betting against the Padres. Too many egos, too many attitudes.
Oof.
You got Tatis, you got Machado. This is the third coach in 3 years. They had 60-year-old Bob Melvin, 50-whatever-year-old Mike Schultz. Now they hire a relief pitcher who was a scout, and then he was a special assistant to the baseball operation. Sounds like the Padres couldn't get anyone else to manage the team. So I'm going with the Giants. The Giants have Logan Webb, Robbie Ray. That's a great front end of the bullpen. They picked up Luis Ariz, 3-time batting champ.
Ooh.
Put him at the top
Devers playing first.
Lineup. Devers at first. You got Adames. But it's going to come down to two players. Jung-Ho Lee. Is he a 260 hitter or is he a 300 hitter? He's hit 260 the last couple of years. He needs to get on base. He needs to steal some bases. He needs to hit 300. And Bryce Eldridge, rookie, lefty. He can really extend that lineup, put him in between Chapman and Adames, or Adames and Chapman. I'm betting on the Giants and Tourney Vitello, not Vitelli.
I hear you, but I don't see. If you're a culture coach, there's too many question marks. Like you haven't been there, you haven't done it, you don't know what a season looks like.
Neither is Craig Stammen. He hasn't coached. It's different.
He has played the game of Major League Baseball.
As a relief pitcher, so what is that?
That means he's watched the game a lot. He's able to observe. He's able to observe the game, really take it in and understand. And the biggest problem with the Padres is their relief pitching.
So he can help. So hire him as the pitching coach.
Here's what they need.
Here's the thing.
They don't need to worry about the bats. Don't worry about the bats. They can hit. Those guys can hit. Worry about
Tourney is a head coach. A head coach can coach. He's the head coach. A relief pitcher is now a coach. It can happen. I'm just saying Tourney knows how to manage the team. He knows about situations. He knows about offense. He knows about lineups. He knows about all the little stuff that this relief pitcher hasn't had practice doing because he's been scouting in the front office for the Padres.
You know what's funny? This exact argument is why Bob Melvin still has a job. Like the front office are having battles. No, let's go hire this guy. And they're like, what about Dusty Baker? He's still, like, let's get him. He knows what he's doing. He's won a World Series. Like the managerial position is no longer like your role has changed. You're just there. You know what to do. You have the gut feelings. You've been there. You've been through every situation. And your guy has never been in this situation ever. You
got analytics to help with his decisions.
Okay, let's see. Oh, this will be his analytics year, and then he'll get a little gut feeling next year. We'll call this his analytics year, the unicorn.
We'll call this our year. Hello and welcome to Big Ben and K-Win. Each and every week, we publish a brand new episode. So if you're watching this on YouTube, make sure you drop your comments below, give us a thumbs up, and subscribe to our podcast. More of an audio podcast person? Make sure you subscribe anywhere you get your audio podcast and give us a 5-star rating. Will really help us out. At Big Ben K-Win _ anywhere you get your social media. TikToks, Threads, Instagram. Follow the Discord. I'm K-Win. He's Big Ben. We talked a little baseball. We're going to talk a little college basketball. We're going to talk a little bit NBA. We're going to talk about how the Blazers almost lost by 200 points with Big Ben in town and much, much more.
We got to start there.
Let's go.
We got to start there because listen, going into this, the whole Silver has come out, no tanking, right? We're going to penalize tanking. And Cuban's like, it's not about tanking. It's about experience for the fans. Like, people aren't coming to watch the game anymore. Sure, your television deals are massive, but no one's like connecting with the game. And he's right. We went down there, Rose Garden or Motor Center or what are they calling it, was 2/3 full. We're watching the best player in basketball in the world play basketball in front of you. Only 2/3 full, maybe less than that.
And the Blazers are a playoff team too.
Kind of.
10 seed.
Shaden Sharp was out. But, I mean, they got boat raced. Yeah. Just utterly boat raced.
150 points they gave up.
Donovan Clingan hit 2 threes early on. Everyone was like, oh. And then it was over. That was done. The first 4 minutes was the only intriguing part of that game. So I took the train all the way down there, got a hotel, and I walk in and I watch 7 minutes of good basketball. The rest was Jokic was the Harlem Globetrotters versus Washington Generals at that point. Like, he was doing whatever he wanted. And what do? You can't get a refund, but you can't go to the game because it costs too much. The seats are $150 up. So what are you doing? Like, the product's not as good. Cuban came out and said it's shared experiences and it's hope. Like, you want shared experiences for the hands, but you also want to give them hope for the future. But he's like, you got to get fans in the door to realize that. And we don't take our kids down. All of us have kids because it costs too much.
Yeah.
I'm not going to pay $150 for my kid to run around in the concourse, eat some ice cream and leave. Like, it just costs too much. But I thought back, like, how memorable is it if you do take the kid and they watch it and they go, oh my God, I watched so-and-so play. One of my good buddy Chris's kid knows every player that was playing that night. Like, take him down, be like, oh man, all of a sudden he's playing hoops. All of a sudden he's telling his friend. All of a sudden. The game is priced out of bringing families and younger kids to the games. I think it's
all sports. It's football, it's baseball, it's college basketball. The Duke Michigan game, I think it was $6,000 to kind of have seats on the floor. Then everything else was like in the thousands of dollars.
Well, that was in DC, right?
Yeah.
So that makes sense. But to your point, it's football. I look at it this way, right? Baseball, I'm going for the experience. My daughter doesn't care about watching the game or who's on the field. She cares about taking the train, getting some ice cream, running around,
being outside.
Exactly. That there's between any entertainment, there's stuff just going on. It's fun. A basketball game is like, you don't see any kids, Football, I get it. Kids don't want to stand outside forever. Their attention span's not like it's. But basketball has a problem because the kids aren't coming to the games because it costs so much to get in the door. And the kid's not attentive enough to. I don't want to spend $150 for my kid to run around the concourse. Cuban's right, but the NBA is relying on their TV deal.
Yeah,
that's all I care about. That's all I care. Almost better. Like, all right, don't go to the games. Watch it on TV. It's better for us.
Yeah. Fan experience. Not the same.
Rant over.
I haven't even been to an NBA game this year. 0.
Not one.
Yeah.
Don't go. Don't. Just don't. You'd be disappointed. Like, if I didn't have all the accoutrements around the game, I would have been like gone down there like, I just want to watch this game. I'd have been devastated.
Yeah.
What was it? 138-71, like midway through the third. bad. That's really bad at home.
Well, the Blazers don't play any defense.
And the kid that didn't even have the half-court shot for the Toyota, it was bad, Nothing
All
happened.
around.
Sorry. I'll go again next year.
Yeah, of course you will. And you'll rant again the following year.
Ticket costs have not come down.
OKC beat Cleveland today. And 3 of their top 4 scorers didn't play. So no SGA, no Jalen Williams, no AJ Mitchell. And they still beat Cleveland, who is probably one of the favorites in the East. That is how loaded OKC is. They got like Dort, Isaiah Joe, Aaron Wiggins. They got the Topic playing now. They got Jared McCain from Duke, who had a really good rookie year. They traded him for virtually nothing. OKC looks great.
You know who else they have? Sam Presti. Like, that's who should, introducing Sam Presti, the architect of this team. That's why we're so good. And doing some load management. I wonder if the collegiate players watch the pros. They're like, maybe. Can I get away with
Peterson
that?
does.
Darryn Peterson is. He's a pro. He's a pro already. All right, where are we going next?
We could go to the Lakers, but there's nothing to talk about that. They still don't play any defense. Peyton Pritchard put 30 on them today. They lost by 20 to the Celtics.
They won on Friday, didn't they? Luka put up
against the Clippers.
That's true. Clippers beat the Nuggets the night before, though, didn't they?
Yeah, they did. That's why the Nuggets were fired up and scored 153.
That's why I was like, we aren't going. We're losing the Clips and Portland.
But where I'm going with all this, the Lakers will make the playoffs, but I don't think they're going to get out of the first round because they would either have to play OKC, Houston, San Antonio, or Denver. And they can't beat any of those teams, or Minnesota.
You think about this, and OKC did it right. Like, everyone's like, are they going to threaten the record by the Warriors? They're like, we don't want to do that. We just want to get a big enough lead where we can rest and make decisions in real time about, do we need to win this game or can we rest players? And that's what they're doing right now. And they're still good. Still good.
And they're playing all these other players that maybe that they can trade one day, right? To continue to build on
They're
the
auditioning.
franchise. They're auditioning. We going college basketball next?
Yes.
Big weekend. Yesterday, it kind of felt a little like a Final Four.
Like March? A little like March.
Top 4 teams played.
That should have been a final.
2 matchups. Michigan, number 1, played number 4. Duke, UofA, 4, played Houston, number 2. Wildcats won. Duke won. Did you get a chance to see any of the games?
I didn't. I saw the highlights from the Michigan-Duke game. I sat down and actually talked to a guy at a Lunar New Year party, and he gave me the download of all the games. He was a talk show host or something like that, so he had the narrative going. He said that Boozer is just, you're not going to see how good he is on paper. Like, the stat sheet doesn't tell you how good he is. And he goes, they're just a gutty team. They're gritty. They're a Duke team. They're smart. They're well coached. He goes, but Michigan should have won that game if they make 3 more 3-pointers. He's like, they went 6 for 23. It's a neutral site. He's like, Michigan's better than that, is what he was saying. So, but if you play them best of 5, it's probably 2-2 going into game 5.
Yeah. Well, so you had the number 1 and number 2 ranked defensive teams playing. So the game was ugly for a reason because both teams are long and can play defense. But Duke executed when it mattered down the stretch, and Michigan didn't. Michigan came in averaging 90 points a game. They have the best front court in college basketball. They have so many scores. They're 9 deep. Their bench couldn't do anything. Their bigs couldn't really do anything. And it was Boozer who did just a little bit of everything. He scored enough. He rebounded. He had 7 assists. And John Shire schemed up some plays at the end where he got the Michigan big guys away from the rim, so they got some easy looks, and they got the ball in Boozer's hand. I really think it came down to Shire over Dusty May in the end of the game, and that's why Duke won.
There might be a round 2 of that. To be honest, like if Dusty May can get Florida Atlantic to a Final Four, holy cow, what can he do with Michigan year 2? I think I saw something on Dusty May where he's got kind of a formula, if you would. He says we're going to play tough D, and then we're going to work in transition. We'll never let the defense get set, and we're either going to get lay-ins, dunks first and foremost, spot up threes secondarily. So like, are you in a good catching position? And then I think third was like going at the rim and in layups or whatever it is. So he's getting high, and again, they're probably just not hitting their threes in the last game. But he's a good coach. He's a good coach.
Well, I think your point was accurate in that Michigan usually can get what they want on offense because they have so many different weapons. But against Duke, they couldn't. So they settled for threes, and then they forced a couple threes, and they didn't hit all the threes that they normally do.
Right. And then you got a good Duke team. All right, we know what you want to do. We're going to get back and sit under the rim first and foremost, not allow you to get any transition buckets at the rim, and then, play tough D at the 3, and there you go. Arizona, are they for real? Are we
They're for real.
We're in on Arizona.
Yeah.
Okay.
So they lost back-to-back games. They lost to Kansas and Texas Tech, but they went on the road and beat number 2 Houston. Big win because it was at Houston. Also, 2 of their top 7 players didn't play.
Ooh.
Their second leading scorer didn't play, Koa Pete. Braden Burris, their leading scorer, their freshman, he was, I think, 1 for 7 from the field. So it was a gritty, gutty win by UofA that didn't have 2 of their top 7 players. We're in on Arizona. Because if you can win on the road like that against a stingy Houston defense and not turn the ball over, I think you can go very far in the tournament. I'm in on Arizona, and you know what? I'm in on the Big 12. SEC is going to probably get 7 teams. ACC will get 6. Big 10 will get 6 or 7. Big 12 is going to get 2 teams to the Final Four.
Arizona and?
I'm not calling the teams. This is the bet.
Oh, just.
You're giving me the Big 12, and I'm telling you 2 teams are going to go.
From the Big 12.
It could be Arizona. It could be Houston. It could be Texas Tech. It could be BYU. It's not going to be Kansas because the Darryn Peterson drama could be.
You said
Iowa State too.
Ooh, there's Iowa State. I like that. Big 12 they're becoming kind of the basketball conference all of a sudden. You sent me the text. Do you take these 4 and you had Duke, Michigan, Arizona, and Houston. Or the field, the remainder, and you had the betting odds behind them. And I think the next likely was Illinois.
Yeah.
And I think beyond
Iowa
that,
State.
If I was a betting,
I'm taking the field and I'm taking the Big 12.
Okay, who's
no. Tease that.
The field and the Big 12. Can you tease it?
Yeah.
You can tease that.
We could find it. MGM's got a bet. Bet MGM.
Answer me this though. So you're going to take the field against those top 4.
Yeah.
Give me 2 to 3 teams that could beat those teams ahead of you, because the termites that you referred to earlier, they're not beating those number 1 seeds. Those 4 teams we mentioned, they're not beating those teams.
No, they're just winning their first round games.
Right. So the teams behind subsequently that make up the other 6 teams in that top 10 or that you sent me, you got to be pretty confident in 2 or 3 of those teams, right?
I'll take UConn.
Okay.
Top 20 defense. I think they're number 2 in strength of schedule, so they have the most impressive wins against the hardest schedule.
Okay.
They've got Dan Hurley. He's been there before. He's done it.
They're better than Michigan. Better than Duke.
In one game, they can beat them.
Okay.
Michigan was exposed this weekend. All the season long, we can't beat Michigan. Actually, you can beat Michigan. Get the big guy in foul trouble. Make some of the other guys score. And I know these teams lost, so don't at me. But I do like Iowa State. I do like the Cyclones. Yeah, they turn teams over. They have that pressure defense. You can get easy buckets. I like Illinois. I like Texas Tech. I like Virginia.
You like everyone.
I like
What's
Carolina.
Your bracket going to look? How many brackets are you going to do?
Give me the field. I will take the field.
I'll take chalk. Give me chalk.
So you're going to take those 4 teams?
Yes, I will take those. Yes. I'd wake up every day for the next month and they take those 4 teams. Okay. Absolutely. I don't think there's other, like, the only team that would, there's two teams actually. It's been 20 years since the Gators went back to back. But remember they got Goulding back or something, like everyone was kind of scared that he was going to leave, or like there's the negotiating contract, but then he brought back like all the players, but not all the players, but like, so I think they're just hitting their stride. The SEC's tough, so they probably took their lumps. But I think Florida will be scared just because they've been there. They've done it before. And history tends to repeat itself. So 20 years after they won back-to-backs, Horford, Noah, and who's the third guy? Florida's good. And then Kansas is weird. But
So are you taking the field or are you taking chalk?
I'm telling you, I can't find better teams than the four. Like, I'm trying to rationalize how they could possibly beat, and they can't.
I just gave you UConn, Iowa State.
I would bet.
Illinois,
I don't even need the field.
Texas
I bet
Tech.
Duke and Michigan is the title game again. Like, that's going to be it.
Okay.
Right there. In fact, I bet that would be the Final Four. I'd make a bet that that's the Final Four before I make a bet on the field.
The two favorites are Duke and Michigan, but they can lose. I think Michigan lost to Wisconsin.
They won't, though. They won't lose.
Duke's lost a couple times.
Of course they have. But how many times have they won?
That's true.
All those good wins. We need one more week.
Okay. I'm still taking the field.
You still are, no matter what.
No matter what. Over those four teams, yeah.
What four teams would they have to be for you not to take the field? Iowa State.
St. Louis.
St. Louis,
Iowa
Miami.
State, Miami of Ohio, and Liberty Flames. No, I wouldn't take any four teams with the chalk this year. I just think there's so much parity in college sports. I think the teams are a lot closer than everyone's saying they are. I think the talent level is a lot closer. I mean, you got AJ DeBanta on BYU. He could say, get on my back, and he could go. There's a lot of great players out there. Louisville's got some good players. Carolina's a little banged up. They can get going. Villanova lost to UConn, but they can get hot. St. John's, Rick Pitino.
Okay, all right. I get it. There's some formidable opponents beyond those four, but I will take those four.
Okay.
I will take those four in the Final Four if they're in
different brackets.
And here's my question to you. Filling out the bracket, are you more gut or are you analytics?
One bracket's gut, the second bracket's all Ken Palm, baby.
All Kenny Palm?
Yeah. I wanted to stick away from the Darryn Peterson thing.
I got something on Darryn later.
I didn't bring it up, but like now it's just snowballing. And now I feel like if we talk about it, we're like the people that are trying to ride the waves of a headline.
Let Darryn, I mean, come on. They're still a top 10 team right now. It's not as though like Darryn is causing this massive slide and they're not going to make the NCAA tournament. Like, just save him for the playoffs. Save him for the tourney. He's doing his own load management.
Yeah, he is. That's the problem. It's going to affect the seeding. They're not going to know how to play with them.
That's what they want. Comes. That's what they want.
Oh, so they're doing it.
Unknown. Yes.
They're throwing off the scouting report.
Yes.
Oh, he's playing chess while everyone else is playing checkers.
Exactly. You're not going to see enough of me. You're not going to know what I can do. Then all of a sudden, Mello 2.0, boom, Kansas wins the title. Darryn Peterson, #1 pick overall. And he's playing for the Pelicans.
Wow. And then you got Bill Self winning Best Actor, acting like he's upset, but he likes the plan because he doesn't want to show all of his plays, all of his schemes.
Bill's got too many heart problems to really care that much. Like, he can't get too angry. Yeah, there's something going on.
I'll tell you this. We are going to find out this week if what is going on is going to catapult them or crush them, because Monday night, #2 Houston, they'll probably be #4 or #3, goes to Kansas. And then on Saturday, Kansas plays Arizona again. So it's a huge week for the Jayhawks. It's a huge week for Darryn Peterson. I find it quite ironic that the media is now picking up this story as they're going to play 2 top 10 teams this week, and he's going to drop a 40 burger on Houston. He's going to drop a 30 burger on UofA, and all of this might just go away.
I think they sit him. Just we don't need any more quad 1 wins. Just sit him. Sit him. We don't want to show anyone. I mean, they're not going to penalize you for losing, on the road in Arizona all that much. Just get in. Get in with the 4 seed. You're fine.
I will go chalk in the NBA, in the Western Conference. Give me OKC, give me San Antonio, give me Denver, and give me Houston, and I'll give you the field.
No, if you're going chalk, you get like 2 teams, maybe 1 to 2.
You have the Pistons.
Oh, you're saying everyone in the West.
I'm taking the top 4 in the West, giving you the field in the Western Conference and the field in the Eastern Conference.
No, I will not take that bet. That is a horrible bet.
Hat bet.
I will not a hat bet either. I will go back to Portland next year. Not begrudgingly. It's an enjoyable time. But the product, that was a miserable game. I got to see Wemby.
Yeah.
I got to see Wemby
too. Let's go to San Antonio.
Whew. Never been.
I haven't either.
Okay, let's go. The Alamo?
Think the Spurs can win a title this year?
Why not?
Yeah, I do. Wemby's a problem.
He is. Thoroughbred horse. You run him out there in like the smaller stakes for a few runs, and now all of a sudden he's a big ticket item. But he's in the West. That's the only downside.
But he doesn't have to do it all. They have Castle, who's good. They've got Fox. They've got Harper. And they play defense.
They do play D. We're going to go watch this. But we watched the Spurs last year without Wemby. We got to see him with Wemby this next time.
Yeah. Should we get out of here?
Let's get out of here.
You take us out of here.
No, I'm sick. Like I got sniffles. I need some load management. You take.
Is this your Michael Jordan flu game?
Yes, this is my flu game.
At BigBenKwin_. Anywhere you get your social media, that's TikToks, that's Threads, that's Instagram, that's Facebook, that is YouTube. And make sure you follow the Discord. If you're watching this on demand or live or at some point in time on YouTube, make sure you drop your comments below and give us a thumbs up. If you are an audio podcast person, make sure you subscribe to us. That will help out a lot. I'm Kwin, he's Big Ben, and I am going to stay away from puddles.
Stay away from puddles and stay away from Seattle for the next 2 weeks. It's just raining. People are sick. Nothing. Cardi B concert tonight.
Ooh, you going?
I am.
Nice.
No, I'm not going to Cardi B. Look at me. Kick me out. Turn me away at the door. Gray hair. Get out of here. No. I went to Bo Washington had a chicken parade. So people had chickens on leashes in backpacks. They anointed one chicken the greatest chicken.
Wait. Can you have a chicken on a leash? Is that legal?
Skagit Valley, it's legal. It's just like walking a dog. Well, the thing starts at noon, right? So this thing starts, and it was over at 12:20. So people stood there for average.
Are they trying to speed up the game?
I don't know what they're doing. Apparently not enough chicken showed up. There wasn't enough volume of chicken.
I bet the experience was still better than going to an NBA game.